Hello, for this video we will create a dynamic script that allows us to display information on the screen about the animals whenever we hover the mouse over them. Let's start by defining a div with the class name main-content and inside this div another div with the class name car-container and the ID car-container as well. After this div, the attributes of each item will be automatically inserted using JavaScript. We will start by searching for our animals and adding a data card, assigning a unique name to each card, as I'm doing here, always followed by a consecutive number after the word card. This will allow us to make selections and display some information dynamically. After defining a card name for all the animals, we move to JavaScript and we will define a variable. So I will type const animals, which will be an array, and inside this array we will have multiple objects containing information about the animals. Next, we proceed with the ID, assigning in the card 1 we defined earlier, the name of the animal, which is meerkat in the case of the card number 1, and the image source, which will be the path to the images we defined in the previous video. I will simply copy this part of the folder path where I have the images and add the image name with the extension, which in my case is .png. I will also add a category which in the case of meerkat will be mammals and has statue bar set to true. This means there are locations in our zoo designated for specific groups of animals like the meerkats. In this case, only meerkats exist in that specific location. When there are multiple animals in the same location, such as in the savannah for example, we set the status bar to false because we only want to have a status bar for animals of the same species. We also add the situation of the animal, which for meerkats is least concern, and include the abbreviation in threat level, which will be LC. This data can be accessed on the official website of the zoo by searching for the animal's name, or alternatively on the Red List website, which provides data of every animal of the world. Next, we do the same for animal number 2, which is the tropical world. The category will be several because this location houses various types of species, and as I mentioned earlier, it will not have a status bar for this reason, so a status bar will be set to false. Afterward, we just need to repeat this process for each animal present on the map, and to keep it concise, I will now skip ahead to the last one. Moving on to JavaScript, we will create a new code that will define a function called createCard with an argument animal that dynamically generates a card displaying information about an animal. So to define the status bar, the variable status bar is set based on the sStatusBar attribute of the animal. If the bar is true, it creates a visual element, in this case a circle, to represent the animal threat level, such as critical endangered or extinct in the wild, for example. And each circle is styled with a specific class and includes a title attribute to explain the meaning of the threat level. For the card structure, the function returns a block of HTML representing a card. The card is a div with a class card and an ID corresponding to the animal's ID, and the card starts with display none, meaning it's hidden initially. An image element then is created with the source attribute pointing to the animal's image and the alt attribute set to the animal's name. The next part of this code is the card content, so inside a div with the class card content and the footer card footer is added to display the animal's details, and each piece of information is placed inside a div with the class square. For example, the animal's name is displayed using the animal.name attribute, and the animal's category is displayed using the animal.category attribute. Then adding the status bar, if the status bar is generated, for example as status bar is true, it is included at the end of the card. Next, we create another code. First we get the card container, so the card container variable is assigned to the DOM element with the ID card-container, and the inner HTML of card container is updated by mapping through the animals array. creating a card for each animal using the create card function and then joining them into a single HTML string. Then we need to add an event listener to the animal paths, so the query selector all method is used to select all the path elements inside the animals SVG group, and for each loop iterates over each path, adding event listeners for mouse over and mouse out events. Now moving to CSS, let's start by styling the main dash content. So position will be absolute, padding 30 pixels, margin left 200 pixels, and mean height 100 view height port. We can already see that the information is now appearing on the screen and that the status bar only appears for certain animals as planned. Moving on to the card container, the display will be flex, justify content center, and align element center as well. For the card, the background color, I want it to be white, the padding 5 pixels, box shadow 0, 10 pixels and 8 pixels, and I will set the color to black with the 0.2 opacity, with 250 pixels and text align center. We now have a white background with the text aligned to the center. Moving on to card image, I want padding to be 10 pixels, max width 90%, and justify content center. Next, we will set the card footer, display flex, justify content space between, position relative, and padding 10 pixels. Moving on to the square element, the background color will be this dark gray, width 49%, height 55 pixels, display flex, flex direction will be column, justify content center, align items center as well, border radius 5 pixels, box sizing border box. Okay, it looks better now. For the square name, we can start with a color. So color white, font size 12 pixels, font weight bold. Okay, we can now see the text. Next, square text, font size 10 pixels and color white as well, margin top 5 pixels, text align center. Okay, and now it looks way better than the beginning. Now we just need to adjust this as status bar. For the status bar, the position will be relative, height 3 pixels, background color 333 for the code, border radius 10 pixels, margin top 20, margin bottom 20 pixels as well, margin left 15 and margin right 15 as well. We can now see a bar on the bottom of the card. Let's now add styles to the circles. Circle container, the position will be absolute, top -5 pixels, width 100%, display flex, justify content space between, padding 0 and 5 pixels, box sizing border box. Now the text is in the correct position. Moving on to the circle itself, width 20 pixels, height 20 pixels as well, margin top 4 pixels, background color 333 for the code as well. Border radius 50%, display flex, justify content center, align items center, font size 8 pixels, color white, and font weight bold. Okay, it looks way better now. To finalize, we will assign colors to each status of the animals. So to do this, we can start with the circle large LC, this one, and the styles I want will be width 30 pixels, a little bit large than the circle itself, height 30 pixels as well to be round, margin top -9 pixels. For the colors, I will use the same ones that the zoo uses on its website, so I'll just search for an animal, in this case lion in Portuguese, and we can see that the least concern is a green color. So let's type the code for the color, this green, and border radius 50%, display flex, justify content center, align items center as well, font size 9 pixels, color white, font weight bold, and let's search for one that is least concerned, this one. Okay, so the other ones are still with the same style, but this one is now with this green and larger circle. Okay, so then we just need to copy this code and move some elements, for example the background color or the color of the text, for example. Okay, so we just need to choose the colors we want. We can use the same ones from the official website like I did, but it's not mandatory at all. I already have all the elements defined, so let's just confirm that everything is correct. So okay, this one is correct as well. Let's search for one that is critically endangered, this one, vulnerable as well. So everything seems correct. That's all for today. In the next video we will create a connection to the zoo's YouTube channel, making random videos appear on the map.